grab a drink. And those real, we're going to open it on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hell yeah.
Waddy.
Immediately interrupted by a motorcycle. This is going perfectly. Welcome, fellas. Welcome to our... This is our first... This might be our first... No, it's not our first outdoor pod. I'm an idiot. It's our first one. It's our first one in a park, for sure.
It's our first pod, period.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Man, I figured young, y'all would be like on the pod patrol.
No, man, I've always been like real weird about cameras and stuff, I guess. I'm starting to get over that more.
You have to.
Yeah.
You're a singer, brother.
Yeah,
Especially
everybody.
That interview we had a couple months ago.
Oh, yeah, that
with the
interview
guy,
was cool.
First time being on camera, so one interview was good, and so it kind of helped get me warmed up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Once you do one, it's kind of like, all right. And this one is more of just a conversation. I'm not like, so, Billy,
Right.
It's just like, talk about shit. Like, last night. Hey.
Dude.
Yeah.
No,
What a
last night was
success. I'm so proud of you, dude.
killer. Man, thanks.
Yeah, last night popped off for sure.
No, it was fucking awesome.
I was able to somehow fucking pull that together with 2 days of notice and get all the bands on it and start advertising, man. Fucking,
Wait, y'all did that short?
Dude, it was my first. Well, no, like I'd figured out the date. It was like,
Oh, I see.
I'd figured out the date. It was like a Thursday during one of the shows at Vino's, and like it was like 2-3 weeks ago, something like that. And fucking, I hit up just like I hit up all the people that I really like, all the homies first, for sure.
For sure.
And then just like anybody else, that would be wanting to play. And, luckily it turned out great. I mean, we got fucking Mammoth Caravan. We got
awesome.
Blast on that shit.
It was a sick show. Every band fucking ruled. Every band brought it.
Yeah.
I don't think there was like an off thing. Like, you know how sometimes there's just like that one moment you're like, oh shit, that sucks.
Man, I honestly, I was feeling the love last night, dude. I did not expect that many people to show up, especially my first time setting a show up by myself.
That's honestly what's more impressive. You did really good, man, for a first go at a first thing, or was this your first EP release too, right?
Yeah, it's our first
so it's
EP.
fucking
First thing we ever did in the studio. I mean, shit. Because, like, before this, like, all our demos and stuff, like, I've just been recording them because I've got, like, a bunch of equipment I've blown money on over the years.
I got my blown equipment. You're always staring at it, yeah.
Hey, you're using it, though. I mean, shit.
Oh, yeah, I don't typically buy anything I'm not going to use.
Right.
I'm a very purposeful money spender.
Right, yeah. See, I use the shit. I'm just not the best at mixing and mastering.
Dude, I suck. I'm fucking terrible at it. That's why I need someone to do it for me.
That's why I went to Wolfman. Shout out to Tedford.
Shout out Tedfords.
Motherfucker made that shit so easy for us. Like,
he really
he made us so comfortable in there.
Well, yeah, and his studio's comfortable. Like, it's got a vibe.
Dude,
You walk
so
in, it's
cool.
like, it's all
like,
sectioned off and shit. You feel like
this is your fucking basement?
Yeah,
dude?
yeah.
I was like, this is the size of my house.
Yeah. And I could be wrong. He can correct me, but I think he did all that himself. I think he like had the slab poured, like he made all that.
Yeah, he was saying
renovations.
something about that. Yeah.
Which is sick as far. I mean, what an investment.
Yeah,
Holy
especially
shit.
that jam room, like
Dude.
itself. Like, I think that was the part
And
that was like a separate
he can
deal.
stream. He did all through COVID. He did a ton of band streams live.
Yeah, I think he streamed our stuff.
He'll usually stream, I think, from like the control room. Is usually the view I see when it comes across my feed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool, man. It's cool. He's got a cool experience going on, and he's got crazy gear like already.
Dude, yeah.
So even if your shit is shit, you can just walk in
Yeah,
and be
he's like, hey, you want to play on this SVT? Like,
Yeah, that's what I used for the bass. He's like, just hook up to this SVT. I was like, shit, all right, man. Like, top-notch equipment.
I don't have to use my Behringer.
yeah. It was lonely being in the vocal booth all by myself, having to watch the boys all hanging out together.
Uh-huh.
I was like, I'm so alone.
He made it, like, he also did his best to just, like, I mean, make you feel completely relaxed. And just safe space kind of thing, you know? And
He's
just,
like,
chill out and do your thing, you
Yeah.
know?
He's like, oh, you didn't like that take? Do it again.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Always do it again, man. If you got any inkling that it's off, do it again.
Yeah.
Recording.
And like any like minor screw ups we had, dude, he just went in and was like, click, 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 fix that shit.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
The beauty of the
I was
modern
like,
age.
Why don't I know how to do that?
Some of them we thought we might have to have gone in and like retake or something, but he
He's like, nah, let me just scoot this.
Like, actually, that's good, man. Yeah. We'll take it.
Out of all the recording for our record we did, I missed this one, and I don't know how. It was like, it's always something simple. But I'd never played to a click track before. I had to learn in real time how to do it, so I was doing that, and I missed like 2 kicks, so I put them in the wrong spots. They were reversed. I don't know how the fuck my brain did that, but I was like...
That click throws you off sometimes. We recorded that whole EP with no click track.
And it was the hardest song. Yeah, see, that's what I would have loved to have done, but we were kind of going for like a grander picture, so like I had no choice. I forced myself to do it. Right. I could have done it with no click, but then it would have not made it what it needed to be. But
right. Well, that's why we were kind of like, let's record it like all together. Let's all jam it out.
Like Lame Johnny, the band I'm in, Lame Johnny, that's that band. There will never be a fucking recording. It'll just be live.
Right.
Like it'll just always going to be live.
Yeah, like I had to go back and like redo a couple little vocal parts and stuff like that. Yeah. But like for the most part, like we recorded it all together. Everything was going through the headphones though, so I mean we had fucking clean drum tracks and everything, just double track the guitars and whatnot.
Yep.
And also I feel like going in the studio and like recording it all at once like that, I feel like you get a little bit more of a raw sound from that.
You get 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's not as methodical. You're actually putting the thing in it that you did in the bedroom or the jam space,
Right.
It's the same thing, you're just in a different room.
Different space, yeah.
It's literally like if we took our live performance and just put in a little bedroom.
But even when you single track everything, like you go through and like it's drums, then you do this guy's guitar, then you do this, like playing it is still a good option. Like it's like unless you're like a band that needs all this articulate things and you have to really get it. And but on our stuff, I mean, like we're still like in the studio, like aggressively moving and standing up,
right?
And like beating the shit out of the drums, and you're still trying to put on a performance, because I am a firm believer that somehow in some weird like universal way
it makes it better.
It goes through the recording. Like the microphone understands the difference between phoning it in and a real performance.
Well, you can
somehow.
hear genuine.
You can, and that's weird.
Genuine.
Yeah, it's weird that because it's not necessarily you anymore. It got put into ones and zeros as soon as it hit that computer. But like I don't know, man. There's just something about it.
Yeah,
there's some weird juju, some universe shit going on. Like for sure, when you really give a fuck, it shows.
Yeah.
Even if it's like super good, you still have to care.
Right. Well, I mean, you can definitely tell, especially with vocals, you can definitely tell the difference between a take where I'm amped the fuck up or when I'm like just like not as passionate about it, you know what I mean? Or just like with anybody.
Do you grab the fucking pop filter and just fucking...
No, I try not to fucking be rough on other people's stuff.
I do it. I'm fucking in there. I'm fucking grabbing the shit. I'm like fucking bent over.
I try not to be too rough.
Unless it's a condenser mic, then I won't.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Yeah, Tedford has really nice stuff, so it's like,
that's fair.
Let me be nice to it.
We did everything through the 7B, so it's like we were just like grabbing that fucking thing and just give it your all, man. And I did demo vocals the other day in my bedroom and through one of these actually.
Yeah.
Actually turned out pretty good, but it was just for demos so we could hear it back. Because I'm like, you can't listen to a song while you're playing it because you have to be trying to remember like all the things. So, like, it's good to, like, hear it back so you can go, actually, that part kind of sucks. Like, I've already changed some of the lyrics and things just based on sitting and listening to it. But it's good. I don't know. Recording is fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Recording is fun.
It scared the shit out of my dog, so I probably won't do it at my house anymore. But,
yeah,
he got real scared.
It's fun. It's really fun. I do enjoy like when we record like at my house and stuff like that, just because like I get to see both sides of it. You know what I mean? It's
Absolutely.
like I get to not only perform it and like record ourselves, but I also get to like try my hand at the mixing and the mastering.
I think it's a good
stuff.
practice. I want to get to where every time I write a song, like bust out the laptop and just like have things already in place to just like hit play and then sit there and try to work the mix out, like so it doesn't sound like pure shit.
And it also helps me write the lyrics to have like a demoed out track to listen to a lot of the time. Because like, man, it's hard to know what vibe to go for a lot of time, and it's hard writing it while you're practicing it too,
Right.
I'm real like a real like work and solitude type of person. Like when it comes to like writing and stuff like
vocals.
that, I have to sit like by myself in a room with a pencil and paper and fucking think it out. Listen to the demo track over and over and over again.
Interesting. I'm a right now guy.
Yeah.
I have to go as we're going.
Yeah. Well, I come up with some parts. I come up with like the choruses and stuff like that. But when it comes to the verses, I like to be really methodical about that type of stuff.
I feel like the rest of us in the band, we're kind of more of like me and the other two guys that do the instruments are more of like we do the right now thing and
absolutely,
and putting it together. Logan does do sometimes, but he also like being alone like that and coming up with the lyrics like helps you come up with the theme.
Yeah,
like, you got to find that theme when we lay down the music to it.
Sometimes that's the hardest part. What is this going to be about?
Right. It can't all just be about murdering people, you know.
Or like your girlfriend or some shit.
Yeah, I don't write no songs about that shit. I don't even have one of those.
I had one. It was about my wife, but we don't even play it anymore. I was coming. Let me try this shit.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can do it. It was all right. It was pretty good.
I'll save the love songs for the acoustic album.
Yeah. Well, when you get older, you know, your back starts to hurt. You're like, maybe country is the move.
Right.
It's my retirement plan.
The slow head nod.
Just an acoustic and 3 hours cover sets, dude.
Yeah.
Bars.
Boot, scoot, and boogie.
There you go. I'm telling you, that's where the money is. Yeah. You make more money on one night at a country bar than you fucking would in a year playing metal music.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy, man. The difference in pop. And what's crazy is that, like, in, like, the 80s, 90s, like, rock and roll was the biggest fucking thing there was.
I mean, from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or up into the early 2000s when you had the
new metal shit. And
well, you had the for the first time really ever, you had the underground music got into the mainstream.
Yeah.
You know, that Christian core really pushed through the ceiling, dude. The Under Oaths and shit.
Dude, I had a little Under Oath t-shirt, like 6, 7 years old.
Shit, I still got a fucking bunch of them.
Fucking Josh took me to like my first ever show at Vino's when I was like 6 or 7, dude. Tainted me forever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's 100% our fault for sure.
It tainted me, man.
And Josh being a drummer, like, there's no way to escape it, especially living at that house.
Man, his drum set was the first instrument I ever messed around
Tinked around on? Yeah.
So it's like that, you know, all that type of stuff kind of inspired me. And, like, all the music he put me onto, like fucking Norma Jean and shit like that.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
I was all about that stuff.
I don't know if you know, but me and him have known each other for a very long time. I don't know if he told you that. Okay.
Yeah, I can kind of pick
this
up
dude's
on
known me since I was a fucking baby.
Literally. Like, I used to hang out.
I was shitting in a bag out of my stomach.
He was.
Like,
I saw it.
Born with no asshole.
Yeah, it's wild.
No acetol syndrome.
No ass at all?
I'm happy to just now start to get around, you know, better late than never, but it took me a while to get into the scene like this and, like, start finally meeting everybody and getting...
What were you doing? Were you just not really into it, or...?
Well, ever since... So I got into, like, playing guitar about, like, 15, and for years I was kind of more just like a bedroom guitarist. I didn't know how to network, or I didn't really meet anybody.
Are you from around here?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Benton.
Oh.
But I just finally met Chance, our guitar player, and me and him put something together with our drummer Austin, and then we just kind of did that for about 3 years, and then once we finally got Logan, that's where it really
clicked.
Up. Yeah, because all his established networking through his life, you know, like you and like knowing all kinds of people, it just really helped us get our foot in the door.
Well, and there's still a lot of people that I didn't know and still people that I don't know yet, you know what I mean? But just like true. But it's the effort to try to get to know people. But that's exactly it. Yeah. And like I come at everything from like a very like entrepreneurial mindset because like
that's what it is, man.
Years ago I was like running my own contracting thing for a while and stuff, and like it didn't work out because it was just like not enough work lined up all the time, but you know, it's like, but I try to take the things that I learned from like those periods of time and like apply it to everything that I do. Everything's
a business if you want it to succeed. Sadly, there's a huge. So I was telling him while you were gone to get the surge protector, I was like, you know, this is most of playing music isn't playing music. Yeah. It's the other shit.
Yeah, it's networking. It's meeting cool people.
It's coming up with ideas for shows and then executing those shows. Like, dude, that cover show we planned the first one took 6 months to get all that in order.
Right.
And then you make a couple $100. It's like but the payoff is the reward of the show, right?
Yeah,
that's what we were talking about.
It's the experience.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Like last night, dude. It's like
exactly.
It was so fucking cool seeing how many people showed up to see us. You know what I mean? And
the crowd was there for it. They were cheering after every song and thing you said. You know, like it was fucking beautiful, man.
Even when I got real personal for a minute,
dude, you had me in the back. Teared up, brother. I was fucking choked up. I was like, God dang it, dude.
Everything I said was true, though,
I
man.
know,
It's like my dad stood out in that same crowd, watched me on that same stage in February 6 years ago, drinking a shitty Metallica Enter Night beer that they came out with that year. Fucking brought me a balaclava because I was too scared to fucking get on stage and show my face. And I got up there and played with the motherfuckers, man. You know, I mean...
I get it. My dad watched me in that room a whole bunch of times. I missed the shit out of it. My dad's gone too.
Dude,
not as early as yours.
Stoked about last night, you know.
Oh yeah, dude.
And it's just, I don't know. It's crazy that it's been 5.5 years already.
It flies, man. My dad is 4 years this year, and I can't fucking believe it.
Yeah.
How the fuck? It just feels like yesterday. Like when time stops in your head for that person, it's just like it never is.
It never.
The
registers.
time never goes forward for that moment.
Right.
It always seems like it was yesterday.
Right.
Like I feel like, dude, I still get. I don't know if you have this, but I'll be like, oh, something will happen. Like if you show last night, I'll literally be in my head like, can't wait to tell my dad about this, blah blah.
Yeah,
and then you just go, oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like knowing that it's like when you're up there, it's like, dude, it's like he would have been here.
Oh
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Your biggest
like,
fan.
Yeah.
You know.
Literally.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's such a weird feeling, dude. You can't. There's no describing it.
Well, and on top of that, it's like when you lose people that are close to you, like no matter how much you fucking resented the things about them or like fucking had like fought all the time or whatever, you know, it's like when they're gone, all you can think about is the good shit.
And
that's all you ever remember.
Yeah, all you want is more
shit.
time. It's so weird.
It's like, man, I wish I had that time back.
Yep.
You know, you remember the cool shit, like my dad taking me to see fucking Tony Hawk at the Boom Boom Huck Jam in 2004 or some shit.
That's so sick. I forgot about the Boom Boom Huck Jam.
Dude,
that's awesome, dude.
That's a throwback.
That is a big throwback.
I rode in the fucking floorboard of the truck in front of his fucking knees the whole way there. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
We piled up to go to that shit.
Where was that at? Dallas?
No, it's here in Little Rock.
Was it really?
It was back when it was Alltel Arena.
Oh, okay. It was at the arena.
Yeah, dude. They had like this fucking crazy roll in with like a double fucking half pipe. And it was like sponsored by Jeep, so they had like a Jeep suspended up in the air.
Of
and
course.
Fucking, like they did like hand plants on the side of it and shit. Dude, it was crazy.
That's wicked. Damn, dude, that's awesome.
It was a long time ago, man.
Dude, 20 years.
I never stopped
years.
being into skateboarding after that, you know?
You still doing it?
Man, I hurt my knee in October when I turned 26, but fucking it's starting to feel normal again, so it's like I'm wanting to get back on a board again.
What band was that 6 years ago? Was that your first band?
Yeah, it was TMF, the motherfuckers.
The motherfuckers.
Yeah. Dude, we were a 3-piece. I played a 7-string guitar and fucking... Dude, we just played.
Were you vocals then too?
Yeah, doing vocals. It's too much to focus on two things at once, though.
I do vocals and play guitar too. It's a lot.
Like I have an easier time doing vocals and playing drums than I do playing guitar and doing vocals.
I can see that. You have a little bit more freedom.
Just being able to do like those short parts that me and Chance do for the gang vocals.
Yeah.
Like that's already hard enough for me to like. I'm like, okay, I can't lose where I'm at. You know.
Well, y'all are playing some pretty complicated riffs in some parts.
Some aggressive shit.
I overwrote this song. That's why we did these demos, because one of the songs, I overwrote it, but I really liked it and the concept of it. So it's like, there's only one option. I have to change it or get better.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's demo it so I can just get better, because I need to because I can't not do it. It's too good the way I think it should sound. So it's like, maybe in a couple weeks it'll be better now that I'm listening to it like constantly.
I definitely sometimes feel like I overwrite the lyrics at times, because like I do have some songs where I get really fucking out of breath and shit.
Music should breathe.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the music they're listening for all the parts. It's not just the message or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to leave as much room as possible in the songs that I feel like need it. Anywhere there's a guitar solo or like a fucking really cool
Imagine
break
being the guy
stuff.
that sings over the solo.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking asshole.
That just fucking yeah. Yeah, that would be bullshit. Man. I would be mad at me if I did that. You know
How big is your ego, dude? Let the guitar player have a little love.
Dude. And when we get up there, and that's one thing I will say about like Pig Sticker, dude, is that like we're all fucking homies. Like at the end of the day, it's like, dude, we never have no disputes about nothing. We never argue really about how a song should go or fucking like we just make shit and have fun and fucking drink beer.
Don't ever change that.
You know?
Yeah, don't ever change that. That's good.
It's really cohesive, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing to me about it. But I've got another project called Social Capital with my best fucking friend Sebastian Diaz, and we are looking for a bass player.
Is that the thing where you drum?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're looking for a bass player or somebody to take over drums so I can play the fucking bass.
Okay.
Because we need that
Dude,
low
anybody's
end, brother.
a bass player, brother. Fucking find a guitar player and be like, listen, bitch, you play bass now.
Dude, it's easier said than done. I've been trying, man. I've been trying. Because, like, we started that project before I was even in Pig Sticker.
Yeah, you played one show, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We did one show at Vino's, but we did a couple other, like, small things before that. But, yeah, it's just like we just kind of, like, ran into a roadblock, you know, kind of. Because, like, Sebastian's, like, a really, really fucking talented guitar player.
Yes.
I mean, that dude can fucking shred.
Yeah.
Social Capital.
And,
man.
we need somebody to hold down the rhythm so that he can open up sometimes.
Sure.
You know?
And let loose.
Yeah, dude, because he deserves to be seen.
You need a bassist with like maybe like a light fuzz on there.
Yeah. We tried out a couple people, but nobody's been consistent. And it's funny I'm saying that, and I've got a bass player sitting right next to me, but like I don't want.
Right. I mean, hello.
Yeah, but I don't want to overwork Andy. I already put him through enough.
Not gonna lie, I actually would like. With the way Sebastian writes songs and stuff, like those riffs are tasty and they're right up my alley.
It is good.
Love to write some bass lines
Right.
for that.
I just know how hard it is to balance two bands.
I'm in 4.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're in 4?
Yeah, I'd be in more.
I legitimately would not.
If I was like, I just like playing all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
So they're all different genres. Nothing's the
Right.
same, and 3 of them are with the same people.
Right.
It's 3 very different acts.
Well, and that's what I like. That's what I like about there's like a big juxtaposition between Pig Sticker and what I do with Social Capital. Because like Pig Sticker,
completely different bands.
Pig Sticker is just like wild aggressiveness the whole fucking time. Like I'm pissed the fuck off.
Yeah.
And then Social Capital, it's like we've got dynamics to the shit. You know what I mean? It's like we can do like a really soft song, and then we can go back and play like a punk song, and then fuck it. You know, it's like we mix it up, and then
the box is a little more open.
We have different influences, you know, because like I come from more of like a, you know, I grew up listening to fucking emo and metalcore and deathcore and all that shit.
Everything.
And Sebastian, he's like he draws from influences like fucking like 80s new wave and like fucking shoegaze and all kinds of stuff, you know. And I think that like that blending of influences is bound to make something unique. You
Absolutely,
know?
Yeah, totally.
And so yeah, we just need one more person to make this happen.
Just do what all the kids are doing. Just fucking put it on a laptop.
Yep.
But then you have to play to a click track.
Yeah. I'm not doing that.
I still wouldn't do it. I legitimately hated every fucking second of having to, because I was just like so nervous.
I can't do it on drums. I can do it with guitar. I can do it with bass. I cannot play a click track with drums.
It's a motherfucker.
I feel like playing with a click track would just destroy my confidence at playing.
I mean, it makes you like you truly understand what missing a note is when you do it, because you're like, I didn't realize it was like every phrasing I was that much more like off, but it does take away, like, I think that little bit of obscurity makes the song different throughout the whole song. So I think it's more like listenable. I don't know, man. I know for like the crazy metal it makes perfect sense because everything is tight.
Yeah, like
that's
tech death.
That's the
shit.
point of it, is to be exactly, every note is 100% precise and all this stuff. It's like, it's like they're doing mathematics and we're playing in the dirt.
Yeah.
You know, we're doing sticks and stones.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love playing in the dirt.
Me too, dude. I never grew up.
Nitty-gritty,
I love
nasty,
playing in the dirt.
Just that raw aggression.
Yeah, dude.
100%.
It's great.
Hang from the ceiling, climb on the walls, like
Yes.
it's like you're fucking inside
Dude,
your
if my
body
head
trying to
could
get
turn
outside your
backwards
body.
comfortably on stage, I would do it.
Dude, you're definitely
If I
got
could
some.
vomit pea soup on fucking stage.
Yeah.
People...
You can definitely tell like your influences growing up because you're a hellion on stage. It's nice.
Man,
You have great stage presence. It's very fun to watch.
appreciate that, man. I've been working on it, you know. It's because, like, I will say, like, every time I get up there, I'm anxious. I'm anxious the whole fucking
Good.
time.
Yeah.
But in, like, the best possible way.
I still get the adrenaline dumps, so I'm
Yeah.
not anxious. I'm just like fucking,
Yeah.
let's go.
Well, it's just like that first, like, right before that first song starts, you know. It's like, I'm like, oh, shit. But
Well,
then
it's
when
like
we
for
get
some reason
started,
in-
I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
here
right.
we go.
Because in your
you
brain,
know?
you think as soon as that first note hits, you're gonna forget everything that set's gonna be the
Right.
word. Like, I don't know why we all sabotage ourselves like that, but
Yeah.
just, there is a point where you
Well, it's
just
like
get
everybody's
past
fucking
that.
staring at you. You know what I mean?
Do
It's like,
good.
do a flip.
Listen, clown, don't fuck it up.
Yeah, for real.
I'm here to be entertained. You better not make it bad.
Yeah.
I expect every note.
But at the end of it, everybody always leaves happy. They
Yeah.
always fucking come up to us afterwards.
Dude, and what's cool
they're
about
like,
last night is everyone stayed.
Yeah.
Y'all played in front of the same crowd the first band did. Like that's huge.
That
man.
shows me that they were there to see us.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like that meant a lot to me. You know?
It was a good crowd, and it was a different crowd.
It felt like the most special thing I've ever fucking got to do.
Yo,
you know?
I told you that last night. I was like, you're doing the right thing.
I was like, this is the beginning of an era.
Yeah, good. It should be. And you got to chase down more of those people because people don't know about it until you show it to them.
Yeah.
You know?
But once they see it,
Right.
they're hooked.
Which is even better for now finally having the EP out.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. Now they have something they can go
5
obtain.
legit fucking recordings for them to listen to.
Isn't it better when it's legit?
Dude, yes, man.
It's like it's legible.
Got a
They
little
can
movie
understand.
sample in there and shit.
Oh,
you
yeah?
know? Yeah. Just on one of the
I haven't
songs.
listened to it yet. I think it was you posted it.
Yeah. I
was like,
dropped
all right.
at midnight last
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to it
Just
probably.
in time for my dad's what would have been his 51st birthday.
God, you're gonna make me cry.
Oh no, I don't. It's cool. I feel good about that. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's like I had dropped like my shitty acoustic album fucking years ago, like on the same day that like we found him and shit. You know what I mean?
Was
So
that-
I was like, let me twist this into something positive. You know?
Oh, I see.
Let me look at this as a day to celebrate. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Not,
absolutely.
Like, not something to be fucking upset and
Upset,
down in
yeah.
my head about. You know?
I get that. We celebrated for my dad too. His wasn't like your dad, like same scenario, but it was
Right.
like, it was sudden. It was just quick.
Yeah.
It was like had no idea it was coming. It was like
Right.
one day he was here, one day he wasn't.
Well, it was weird, man, because, like, I don't know. My dad, he got locked up, like, a few months before he passed away and shit. He had, like, some FTAs or whatever. And, like, he was just real fucking ate up on dope, dude. And, like,
Oh, he was still doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he was real fucking ate up, and he was, like, having these crazy delusions and,
Yep.
like, hearing people talking to him through the fucking
Schizophrenia
vents
started and
like,
shit.
Yeah, man, like, he pulled all the smoke detectors out the ceiling. I think he
Yep.
thought there was microphones in them
Yeah,
or some
yeah.
shit, man.
They were watching, listening to him.
And yeah, like, well, he was going to turn himself in to jail, man. And he looked at me, and like after telling me about this crazy fucking delusion that he had, like me and all my friends were outside of his fucking house, and like
Oh my
he's
God.
chopping at the porch with an axe and shit, which was true, which ended up being real because after he passed away, I had to fix part of the porch.
Oh my God.
But he was like, he looked me in the face and he was like, "Son, I'm sorry for being such a loser your whole life."
Damn, dude.
And that dude, like at the time, I was like, "Fuck you," you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I was like, "Fuck you," you know. But looking back on it, I'm like, dude, I think he knew. I think he knew
100%. Something was going
like
on.
something
He could feel
was
it.
wrong with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He just didn't say anything.
I think he probably knew he had heart problems and just
You
like
know.
fucking didn't.
You know.
Yeah.
I didn't know, like, I have heart problems. Like I was telling you, like, it was from caffeine, which isn't meth, but, I mean, in enough quantities, you're fucking yourself up. It's all speed-induced heart trauma.
Yeah, dude.
And
It's
I was
rough.
just, like, getting really, really tired all the time. And, like, I knew something was wrong, And I didn't say anything for a long time until it got to a point where I was literally...
Well, you try to
when I went
it.
to the doctor, they were like, you're about to have a stroke like right now.
Yeah.
Like you're staying here. I was like, oh my God, this is insane. And then it was scary, but if you don't say nothing, dude, you just die.
Because you want to put it in the back of your mind. You don't want to think, oh, I'm going to fucking die.
It doesn't seem real, yeah.
You know, it's like, I haven't seen a doctor since I was 16 years old.
Dude, go.
That was 10 years ago, dude.
When I had my stuff, I was the same way, and I hadn't seen a doctor in 25 years.
Like, I haven't had insurance in that long.
They
cut off my R-Kids 2 years early.
What? Really? Did you get a job?
No, I mean, not till I was 18. I don't know what was. I just know I tried to go see a dentist.
And they wouldn't cover your...
They were like, yeah, you
fuck?
don't have any coverage. Yeah. Because I had a fucking broken tooth.
Right.
Yeah, and they were like, yeah, we can't help you.
So you're like,
my school, Bryant High School, actually, fucking, Tim Hall, fucking, he used to run the Keystone classes and stuff. He's a really cool guy, but he actually got the school to pay for me to go to a dentist.
No shit.
While I was at Place, the alternative, yeah, and they fucking just like ground down the sharp edge with a fucking like a diamond grinder.
God.
Yeah. So they just smoothed it off. They just smoothed it off for me.
We're gonna take that shark fin off. You're just gonna have to live with that, kiddo.
I should have had them help me pay to get my fucking wisdom teeth removed.
You still got them?
Well,
I got mine too. And
they're just now starting to fucking break back there.
Mine are too.
It's not cool.
It's not cool. They got a big hole in one.
Hurts.
It sucks. It hurts like a bitch.
Every time I eat chocolate, it's over.
I can only eat on this side of my mouth now.
Yeah.
Or if you eat on this side, the teeth literally crumble apart.
Right. This one's broke off. The whole front of this one's broke off. This one's just crap.
And I have like teeth.
It's hard to clean
I have like
them back
teeth
there,
fear.
though,
I don't know
is the
where
thing.
it comes from. I don't know if it's some weird built-in ancestral problem, but like I have like crazy teeth phobia or whatever.
Right.
Like, the teeth shit scares the fuck out of me. I do not want to go to the dentist. Like it's just like I'm afraid they're gonna be like, we're gonna have to take all of your teeth out of your face.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's how I die.
Yeah. Man.
But I know I need to go. It's just like the doctor thing. I just keep putting it off because I don't have dental insurance. So I know it's going to be fucking expensive.
Dude, everything's expensive now. That's the fucking problem with America.
That's the thing I noticed about getting older too with me. Like I'm creeping up on 30, and I'm like, man, I really need to start like taking care of my body.
Dude, 30's the
stuff out.
As a 40 fat 40-year-old, really wish I'd started at 30 because it ain't coming off the way it used to.
Man.
I've lost like 70 pounds
so I said,
in a year.
My fucking knee. I hurt my knee literally on my 26th birthday. I was like, I'm gonna go to the skate park, have a good time. I just fucking came out of a grind weird and landed on my leg, and dude, I was like fucking hobbling around for weeks, man. I was wearing a knee brace at work and shit.
I was walking the other day when it was icy.
Yeah.
And I walked around a car and my foot just like slid off a little ice bump, right? You know how it is when it's dry, when it's like melting. There's just little patches. It slid off a little ice bump. 3 weeks. I had foot pain for 3 fucking weeks. Dude, getting old is a motherfucker, dude. They don't tell you all the
I wish it would stop.
Nope, it doesn't.
But if it stops, that means I'm dead.
That's right.
I'm 27, and I'm just now starting to finally get that like soreness in my back, like those back issues.
Oh, mine, I have it right now.
Yeah, I've been had that though.
Well, yeah,
I got tinnitus. I got the sore back.
Been
from all the
carrying
construction.
around this 200+ pounds all this
Mine's
time.
from construction mostly, but yeah, I'm also a fat shit. You know what might help your back, fatty? If you lose weight.
It's like everybody from my generation.
Well, you do flooring too, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's a bit because I've did a bunch of that shit.
Down,
That'll
up, down,
do it
up,
to you.
down. Everything's heavy. Nothing weighs less than 50 pounds. It's
Right.
all shit. It's wet. It's cold. It's dirty as all hell. Yeah, it's a tough job. It's
I do enjoy doing a good flooring job though, because
it's quick
when
and
you
it's
look
rewarding.
at it when it's done.
Yeah.
and it's like, man, that looks fucking good. Especially when they actually get like that quality LVP and shit like that.
when it's like better products.
Yeah.
It's just not $2 tile and shit. And it's all like, even at my best with cheap shit, I'm like, this only gonna look
That
this good.
laminate shit is always dog. It's always
That
dog
cheap
shit.
laminate. Yeah. Now we're doing.
It
flooring
always
talk.
starts splitting and stuff. Hey man,
Oh, it does.
construction guys, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, most of your heavy metalers.
So I
are
said I used to
construction
run a
dudes.
contracting business for myself.
I do.
I was
still.
a solo guy.
It sucks. I've not worked in a while. Work right now is dried the fuck up. It
Dude,
sucks.
it's tough in the wintertime, man. That's why.
It's wintertime. It was a big Christmas for everyone and an election year, so it's never.
Yeah.
It's never good on like when the culmination hits. You're just like, dude. Even like my friends who constantly have work are even like, dude, I have like one job. Like, fuck.
Well, and everybody's nervous right now with, you know, the fucking state of politics. Everything's so fucking divisive and
it's expensive and life, and you know,
dude.
like even like, but you know, it'll smooth out. Like February will get through, and usually around April tax time.
Yeah.
Once the taxes hit and everybody gets their paybacks, you'll start doing like bathroom. They'll start with like bathroom remodels and shit.
Yeah.
And then the building always cranks back up. The new construction. That'll get
on towards warmer weather too. Like
Oh yeah, because you don't have any delays. Like right now, we're also had that week of delay from all that snow, so that a week delayed construction is it fucks everything up so much more. Because like the guy that was scheduled for that 1 week, it's not like he can come in the next week. He's got shit scheduled, so now he's a month off.
Yeah.
And then it's another month for that guy, and then it's another month for this guy because that guy can't come for a month. It fucks everything up a lot. Yeah, it's a chain reaction thing.
Man. Yeah.
So it's like 1 week turns into a whole lot of problems, and then it has to kind of, you know, it'll eventually just get back on the path.
Right.
Old guy speak. Old construction man speak.
Hey, man.
This is 100% great podcasting.
It's the best. It's the best. Maybe somebody will learn something.
Also, the wind is blowing like a motherfucker. I hope this doesn't
hope it's
pick
not
it up.
like,
Yeah.
Surely not. Here, I'll block it.
Who would have thought it would have been
I'll
this
cup
windy?
the mic like I do on stage.
Fucking feedback king. No, you were doing good.
Careful, Logan. That's controversial.
What, pig squeals?
No, cupping the mic.
Cupping the mic.
Oh,
People
dude,
like,
you'll
"Don't
piss
cup
off
the
any
mic."
I don't just cup the mic. I eat that motherfucker. Have y'all seen the mic at Vino's? I bash that shit on my forehead.
You're like, has Logan been in here gnawing on this thing?
You know a rat's been here.
Damn, this mic looks like my number 2 pencil from high school. Chewing
Dude
on
eats
it.
aluminum like a goat.
Yeah, shoving the whole mic in your mouth used to be a cool thing to do.
Yeah. Everybody used to do it.
Eat it. Go like that and fucking no hands.
I'm just saying, nobody talks shit to Mitch Lucker about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But also, kids, bring your own microphones. Don't use the venue mics. Spend $100. It's.
Man, I've got good mics. I just never think to bring
But
them.
you should bring them because
that
that thing is cut. Those don't get cleaned. That's not good. That every person who doesn't bring one, it's got their spit and mouth fucking goo and sweat.
Dude, motherfuckers be pouring sweat on microphones, dude.
I was only.
That's why I just don't
because,
touch my mouth to it. You know what I mean?
It's disgusting. You
Yeah.
should bring your own mic, even if that way it's just your goo.
Yeah.
You know.
I was only really sweating too much last night because I had that damn sweater on. It's like I should have taken that off, but it didn't really start till halfway through the set, and I was like,
Y'all played a pretty long set. What? How many songs was that? Is that like 8?
It's like 8 songs.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah, I wanted to like try to get as many of our songs in there. We even threw a new one in there, you know.
Oh, okay.
So it was like,
yeah, we debuted a whole brand new song.
yeah, that song was actually kind of like about like the shit we were talking about earlier with like my dad and stuff, and like I called it Father of Maggots.
Oh, that's the song before your speech you gave. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it was like I was gonna say that shit before that song, but then I was like, I was like, I don't know. I guess I got nervous for a second to like get the spiel up there. You know what I mean? But
it's hard to.
It's hard to articulate.
It is.
Feelings like
that no one can really understand unless they also have a dead dad.
Yeah. Right.
You can't really.
Well, not just that, but like, dude, like when he passed away, like fucking, like he was like pretty badly decayed and shit. You know what I mean? And like my cousin fucking found him, you know, and he called me. He called me like before he went in the house, cause like he fucking smelled him at the door.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And
So he had been gone for a while.
a few days at least. In a house with no running water, no electricity, and
Damn, dude.
Yeah, and so he had called me, you know, and like he didn't say what was going on yet, you know what I mean? And then fucking like 10 minutes later, something like that, fucking, because I was out with one of my buddies doing something, and he called me and he was like, hey dude, like your dad's dead, like you need to get here.
Oh my God.
And so like I got there and fucking the police were there and shit, and like like I was just like kind of in disbelief, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I was sitting outside, and even the fucking Alexander Police Department was like, get that boy a beer. You know, and I was only like 20 at the time, you know, but
damn, dude, that's a lot
like,
to go through.
He was like so badly fucking like decayed and like covered in maggots and shit, and like they had to drag him outside and like fucking hose him off on the driveway. And
really?
Shit. Yeah, dude. And long story short, like I had to renovate the whole house, but like when I first started, like I had to get like a whole 20-yard dumpster just for all the shit he like geeked out and like fucking took apart, and
right.
There was like piles and piles and piles of shit everywhere, and like there was fucking maggots from the bedroom where he passed away to the front door.
Oh, dude, it's unbelievable how fast and how crazy those things get.
Yeah, and like fucking, you know, I had some help at first, you know, and like here and there, like my brother would come and help and shit like that.
Yeah.
But like I pretty much kind of like took the burden on myself.
Was this a family home?
Well, it was my grandpa's trailer.
Oh, okay.
My great grandpa's trailer, and he had gave it to my dad because my dad had like he went to barber college and was like off the dope for a while.
Oh,
and,
I see.
like,
Doing good.
Yeah, he was still drinking like a motherfucker. He was almost worse when he was drinking, to be honest. But yeah, like dude, I had to fucking like. There's like this giant fucking black spot on the carpet in the bedroom, and I had to like I was by myself when I cut out the carpet, and like I still like it fucking gives me the heebie-jeebies even thinking about it. I had to like kneel down on that shit to cut the edges of the carpet and stuff, and like dude, I dragged that shit out of the house like tears and snot and like fucking cursing at God and shit, you know what I mean? Like
I don't, but I can sympathize with that's.
And it's like you said, it's like it's hard for anybody to understand something like that unless you've been through it.
No fucking way I could ever understand that. I hope I don't ever have to.
Right. I don't wish that shit on my worst fucking enemy.
Right. That's tough, man. That's tough.
And it's like I wished at the time that like there was some kind of resource that I could have like had somebody else handle at least that part. You know what I mean?
It's crazy
but I barely
Hazmat
had money
didn't
to
do
give
that.
him a fucking cremation, let alone a funeral or anything, because he didn't have a life insurance policy.
No.
My dad was a fucking tweaker. He was broke.
Right.
You know?
Right. He's not gonna have any kind of like put anything squirreled away, nothing worth value you can sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a shit situation. But I did my best to make the best out of it. You know what I mean? Because like
is it
you know,
still around, or did you sell it?
No, I live there. I
Currently?
sleep in that same fucking room every night.
That's where our demos get recorded too.
Is it haunted? Did he stay there?
Dude, I've never had nothing weird happen.
Really?
Nothing weird happen. You know, my Xbox turns on by itself sometimes.
I think those just do that.
Yeah, I think they just do that.
Everyone always says my Xbox turns on. I'm like, I think it's just a flaw in the Xbox.
I think that was just real. Yeah, I don't never think nothing of it. I'm like, let me just turn this motherfucker back off.
Papa?
Yeah. But like, you know, like I don't know. I've never had no weird experience in there, nothing. If anything was going to be weird, it would be the initial experience. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's
if
just
anything
wild.
was going to haunt me, it's that, you know. But
just the memory of it. I mean, good Lord.
It was fucked off in there.
That's
there was
fucked up.
whole walls missing and like.
And you went in and renovated, and they're living. I mean, dude, you're a fucking warrior. Dude.
I was like,
That's
spent a year.
Shit.
Spent a year working on it, and it was like. Dude, I was like, I'm not moving in here until it feels like a whole different fucking place.
Yeah,
the cabinets are all a different fucking color. The counter's a different color. All the walls are different. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And I will tell you, like, going in there and stuff, and, like, us going over there and jamming sometimes, like, it looks like a normal, it's just...
You would never guess that there was a dude who passed away and, like, was rotting.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely
we got a family. If you hear kids in the background.
Right.
Dude, that is... Yeah, we probably shouldn't talk about rotting corpses.
Well, yeah.
That's... Dude, that's... Man. God, dude.
But that's what you can channel, you know?
Right.
Channel that to your music.
I try not to, you know...
You
try not to think about it.
that off, did you?
No, my cousin was like, dude, you don't want to see this. Like, we
you
were
gotta
inside.
Get out of here.
Yeah, he was like, dude, he's like, you don't want to see this. Like, fucking... He was standing at the window, you know? He was like, you don't want to fucking...
You gotta go.
I appreciated that, you know what I mean? That's like because he had to fucking see him.
He had
first,
to actually see it.
You know what I mean? And like that's rough. You know, he had a hard fucking time about that. He
like
still
getting
does,
rid of that,
you know what I mean?
That's tough.
But yeah. like I said, I try not to like fucking, you know, when I talk about it, you know, it's not like I'm like trying to like throw myself a fucking pity party or nothing.
Oh, I don't think that. I mean, I think you went through something wild.
Yeah, it's just crazy, and it's like I just try to use like things that I've been through as like a cautionary tale for people that are going through shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And like especially like people struggling with like drug addictions and shit like that. It's like whether you know it or not, there's people that are gonna fucking miss you when you're gone. You know, it's like and that's one of the only things that's guaranteed in this life.
Everybody
you know
that thinks that nobody cares and then they die, and then you're like, and then there's 10,000 people who are like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been there too many times.
So it's like I advise anybody to fucking like reach out to your people. You know what I mean?
Get help,
Check
man.
on your fucking people.
Also, go get help. Don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah, don't be scared. That's the thing. 90% of the time, people are just too scared to ask for help.
That's what it is. They think everyone's gonna judge them.
Right, or they're so caught up in their addictions that they're paranoid.
The paranoid
they think
schizophrenia
you're just trying to trick them
yeah,
or something. Like my dad would think we were stealing. We would steal from him and
with
shit.
The uppers,
you know what I mean?
that's a huge one with the speed,
especially
drugs.
when they shoot it up, dude.
Oh, is that what he was doing?
Yeah.
He was doing that. Oh my
dude,
God.
I found needles in the bedroom after.
Oh my God.
Yeah, when I was cleaning it out.
I guess when you're chasing that high, you only have to get more and more extreme.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bad deal.
It's a bad deal.
Yeah, and it's like, and it fucking hurts when you lose somebody to something like, cause like I've lost really good fucking friends of mine too.
Oh, same.
You know,
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Fucking
Lots
Tanner Melton. A lot of y'all know that motherfucker, and he passed away years ago now. But like, dude, he was only like 23 years old.
Was his alcohol abuse?
It was alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, his fucking liver failed.
At 23.
Dude, that boy drank some whiskey, brother.
Do you understand? I can't even think about how much he must have had to drink for that to have happened at 23.
He was sad, man.
Yeah.
He was sad, dude.
I get it.
He lost his fucking mom really young, you know what I mean?
Oh, it just affected him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't have really hardly anybody except
Sometimes
his brother, Strody, you know,
I have friends
his
that,
stepdad.
you know, at death, it just, some people it affects really, really, really hard.
He was such a good dude, though. Like, that's the thing.
From what I gather, I never knew him, so I don't know. But
he just had this air about him, you know what I mean? He'd walk in a room and like fucking light the room up like that.
Right.
He'd give you the biggest
personality.
fucking hug.
Yeah.
But then he'd kick your ass in the pit. You know,
he was like the that was the thing. He had like a pit belt or something like that, or is that like why they brought it? I just remember the internet.
That dude
like,
would donkey kick the shit out of you, bro.
That hurts, dude.
That was my dude, man.
I don't want to get donkey kicked. That's why I sit in the back like an old man.
Right.
Going.
I want to write a song for him, man.
You should.
I really do want to write a song for him.
We wrote a whole album for our friend.
Yeah?
Yeah. That whole record we put out is about one dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and like every like process of, you know, going through it all and like all the emotions that are attached to one, you know, huge moment, because his was drugs too. So
yeah. It's tough when you lose somebody that way, man. It's like you never, like, I don't know, like with my dad, it was like we were used to him being reclusive, like not hearing from him for days at a time, or weeks even sometimes.
Addicts are very...
Like there was times when I would show up to my dad's house and knock on the door and he would act like he wasn't fucking home.
Turns the lights off and just sits on the couch.
He had like newspapers up in all the windows and shit where you couldn't see in there.
Do you live in the woods? Is this in the woods?
No, dude, it's right down the road on fucking Evergreen.
Whoa.
It's right by
Does he have
by
neighbors?
the train tracks. Yeah, we got neighbors. My cousin lives right next door even.
Is this the cousin that found him?
Yeah. Yeah, and he
are you talking about Bob?
Yeah, Bobby.
Bob.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bobby Ray.
Oh, Bobby Ray. Southern boy.
Love that guy.
Bobby
He's a
Ray.
mess.
Bobby Ray.
He's got
Get your ass in here.
three wild little redheaded babies, man.
Is he redheaded?
Yep.
Oh my God. He's passing the genes along.
Dude.
Somebody's got to stop him.
Dude's a funny guy, man.
He's a trip.
How often do y'all play, man? Practicing?
We try to do it at least once or twice a week.
Oh, God, I love that.
Yeah, man. Well, it's like we got to stay on top of it, dude.
I
don't like to get rusty.
I missed one practice, and I'm like, well, this is it.
I forgot all the songs.
I'm gonna forget everything. I've forgotten everything.
That's how our drummer.
I am now the worst.
Is,
Our drummer, oh my God.
He's like, how did that song go again? He's like, which song was that?
I don't have that issue, but names, even the songs I wrote and named, I'm like, what was it? Like Justin will look at me and go, you wrote it.
I fuck up my own lyrics, so I mean.
Oh, dude, I have like something about my brain where in the moment it will just go, like literally playing the song and it'll just go,
dude,
out of my brain, and I'm like, oh my god.
Well, and sometimes like we'll write a song and then like way later we'll go back and like redo parts of it, like that song
so
Shadow
you're used to
Dude.
The old part.
Well, it's like, you know, we get thrown off because it's like sometimes it's like you're so used to playing it one way. But then when you go back but like the changes that we make to any song is just to make it fucking better, make it hit harder, you know what I mean?
I think
like,
sometimes when you're writing a song too, though, like playing it over time, organically it shifts and it becomes a better song.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think that little part we did to Shadow Dude, I think it makes it hit.
Yeah, it's way harder right there. Everybody started fucking moshing like real hard at that part of the song.
Y'all had some good hits.
Well, because before that song was like really just like straightforward, like fucking
Probably
classic A-B type, you know.
Very standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 fucking guitar solos, like.
Hey now, nothing wrong with 2 guitar solos.
Nothing wrong with 2 guitar solos.
You know what's better than 2 guitar solos?
A badass
3
fight
guitar
riff.
solos. How come every guitar player last night was like a shred beast? What was that with the?
Because there's a lot of talent in Arkansas.
Who was that? Was that Demon Smoke with the? I mean,
the
for
sweet,
like,
the sweet
Jesus Christ,
Those dudes were cool. And that was their first show.
that was ridiculous.
That was their first. They brought so much gear though.
I've known
the fucking Tower of Power, man.
I had to tell Evan. I told Evan, I was like, bro, you couldn't even hear the drums, man. You gotta dude, like 3 decibels. You gotta come down.
I kind of felt like that the whole night though. I don't know if that was.
Well, that's because the subs are blown, but that was overly ridiculous. Yeah, the subs in Minos
Jackson
are all
told
blown.
me that the subs were blown out.
Yeah, and somebody told me at Full Moon in Conway last weekend too, something about like, because I was like, yeah, we're playing Vino's again next Saturday, and he was like, oh, well, you know, they're having some trouble with like their equipment right now. I was like, what, really?
Well, it still sounds fine. It's just you're missing the kick drum.
Well, let's set up a fundraiser show to get new subs.
No, we already did all that for the stage. They got to figure that out.
Okay.
Because it's you know, the stage was one thing because it was really just years and years and years of just it needed it so bad.
Yeah.
But you know, and then when
it's
we did
so
that,
much better
and then
now
when we
than
did
it used to be too.
Oh. I mean, yeah, I built that thing to make it. It's gonna last. Like it's not gonna sit there and like have pieces that like move like trampolines. And,
right.
It's going to here. Give me that can.
Oh yeah.
I'll stick it over here. I
And
didn't think about
that full moon stage is like fucking. It's like just a smaller scale Vino's stage, and I love that, man.
You want the new one?
Yeah, at Full Moon. Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, I built that one too.
You built that one?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize.
I built both of them.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's dope. Well, that makes fucking sense.
It's actually not that much smaller than Vino's. So Vino's is 17 by 21.
I just know we felt like a little closer.
It's
together.
12.
Yeah.
It's 12 by 25. So it's actually wider, but with that curtained off area, it's 19.
Okay.
So you lose some feet with that like side room there, which is actually pretty cool. But it's a lot. Did you play Full Moon prior to this stage build? Because it was half of that size.
No, last weekend was actually the first time we'd ever even played in
So the original stage was half of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you were like crammed.
I would have had to get in the crowd for that one.
Yeah. A lot of singers would.
Yeah.
They would use the stage as like where the band would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have that thought in the back of my mind all the time when I'm up there. I'm like, I should shove these people.
Do it.
And then I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to hurt nobody.
You don't have to hurt them. Good Lord, you can do a less.
Listen, dude, I'm.
But when you're like in the moment, though,
I'm ox strong, man, dude. Like I've shoved people and just like playing around and knocked them fucking 10 feet away, damn near.
We've heard of our fair share of concert goers being a little too rambunctious because you have like a weapon in your hand. A guitar, and you hit them with You ever been hit with a headstock in your face?
There was this fucking Christian hardcore band called Harvester.
The best band in the world, you mean? Dude,
they yanked the fucking ceiling fan out.
I'm still good friends with those guys. Yeah,
dude. What happened to those guys? Where are they at?
The They are the manager, the guitar player, and the singer are the manager and guitarist for Norma Jean.
Oh, okay. When I heard that they were a Christian band, I was like, dude, these guys are fucking
They're
nuts.
Dude,
though.
they were.
Like,
I mean, Jimmy
dude was
still,
like fucking not crowd surfing. He was like fucking walking on the crowd.
Jimmy is he's the manager, and I know he's wanted to get back in a band for a while, and I'm like, dude, you are one of the most wild frontmen. Like, it's crazy that he's not in a band.
Dude, that guy needs to be in a band again.
I watched him one time. He took the microphone, he put it up in the ceiling, and he pulled his shirt up over his head, stuck the microphone in his mouth, and just went like this and just started screaming with the. Yeah. And I was like,
dude, they're wild.
He's a wild.
I seen him one time, man, at MF
And you
Metal.
still remember it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're unhinged.
Yeah.
God, I miss that band. I still have the Harvester poster it's like a little landscape poster.
Yeah.
I still have it. I still look at it from time to time. It's in my office.
I miss MF Metal, man. I really miss that fucking place.
Man, yeah, me too. I wish he would have took some of the money, dude.
Man,
like
he should have.
He was that's the thing. He is like the nicest guy.
Yeah.
Jay is unbelievable,
man,
and he just gave 100% of the door always to like the bands.
Yeah, but it's like, dude, that was his opportunity to because that would have saved the business. I feel like if he had just kept some of the money.
Because shows were starting to pop
dude,
off.
he had the best fucking shows. I mean, some of the best shows I ever been to were at fucking MF Metal.
With like a nothing PA system too. Like it's not like it just had
it was so DIY. Dude.
So
it was
DIY.
Awesome.
I think that's why people loved it, because it was like this.
I'm sad I never got to play there. Like, I just went to shows there.
When'd you start going to shows? I mean, young when Josh would take you and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, like on your own.
Like 14.
14? Because we kind of lost contact there for a little bit.
Yeah, well, like when MF Metal opened up, that made it like more accessible for me to.
It was right down the street.
Yeah, it was right down the road. I could just walk.
Right.
You know, and like fucking Jay was cool, man. Like if you passed out flyers, you got in for free.
Oh yeah.
So,
that's what I'm saying.
So like me and the homies, we would go get fucking stacks of flyers and fucking make sure everybody got one.
He ran that venue like he was a billionaire. Just letting everyone it was like it was truly one of those like
it's a home for the misfits, man.
It was a
and I miss that. And you don't get too many places like that in your lifetime.
No.
You know, those moments are special because it's such an isolated event. You know,
Right.
It's like who's fucking thinking about a music scene in Bryant, Arkansas?
No one.
Not
Dude,
a single fucking person
literally,
alive. And yet we had
believe-
some of the coolest bands ever come play in there.
Didn't Beartooth fucking play
Yes.
there? Like, that's so crazy. and
Knocked Loose played in that motherfucker, dude.
Yeah,
I saw
yeah.
Knocked Loose at MF Metal
In
before
Bryant- in a
anybody knew who the fuck they were.
in a shopping mall near a Goodwill in Bryant.
Yes.
Bryant's the most like pedestrian town.
Yes, it is, dude.
Dude, I hate
It's Lily White, man.
Yeah, I hate this city so much.
I'm
got
stuck
out of it.
here, I guess.
Yeah.
Just because I own
practice
the
here.
house.
I just don't
want
want to live here. That's all it is. It's just I'd rather live in the woods, which now I do.
Dude,
But those woods are slowly turning into the fucking city because this city's full of people now.
I would love to just buy a big property and just like build a studio on it, and then just put my trailer on there. I'd be
That's
fine
it.
with it.
I just need the land. I don't care about the house size.
just need
I'll
the
live in a
land.
fucking camper.
I'll build a mini ramp, skate on, fucking
that'd
fuck
be cool.
around at the
Yeah.
house, you know.
Some real backwoods Bam Margera shit.
Well, I mean, it's like I could build one on the property I got. It's just like I ain't got enough flat land, you know. It's all kind of a hill.
Yeah. Ain't no mobile homes on flat land unless they're in a trailer park, fella.
Man. And the weird thing about Brian is that like I could move that trailer out of there, but you can't move a new one
on
in.
it. They're
Unless you live in Indian Springs Trailer Park.
I don't even think they are. They're starting to move them out and then put tiny homes on them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
they
I
are,
lived.
yeah.
I lived. My stepdad. I used to have a stepdad, and he lived over there in Indian Springs.
How'd he
for
die?
years. And
No, he just left.
that's what they were doing. They were basically evicting all the people that had been there
Yep.
for years, and like they're like, hey, you need to take your trailer and everything and leave, and like putting up those tiny homes.
Tiny homes,
there.
yep.
Like
Yeah,
completely re.
I forgot it's not
banned.
even called Indian Springs. I grew
No,
up
it's
in
not.
that trailer park.
It's not Indian Springs
My
anymore.
my great grandma is 93 years old and she still lives in that same.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's called like Cool Springs.
Yeah, it's
Point
Cool
or something
Springs
like
Cool
Park.
Springs,
now,
that's
yeah.
right. I just saw that the other day.
Yeah.
Because I don't.
I was like, what the fuck is a cool spring? Who wants to go to the cool springs? You know what I mean? Like,
go to Indians.
it's like all the street names are still Native American shit. You know what I mean?
They just changed the front.
Yeah, like what?
Listen, we can only afford one sign, so we're gonna do the main
The thing
one.
is, they could have just left it.
Coulda
You know
just
what I
left
mean?
it.
They could have just left it.
It's I had a lot of friends that lived in there, and then they closed down the other one on Highway 5. Yeah, they like banned mobile homes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can't put a mobile home in Bryant, which is so fucking insane.
Yeah.
That's
It's gentrification.
So fucking insane. Well, it's just like, it's a guaranteed like no pores.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah.
But even a new mobile home, bro, that shit ain't no fucking poor
Bryant's
people.
always kind of been that whole like
have
out
you
of like Benton, Bryant, and Bauxite.
Oh,
Bryant's
it's
been
like-
the whole like looking down from the
I mean,
hill.
y'all see all these
it's-
folks in the background walking their dogs and shit.
It's definitely like where people come to like have their money.
People move here to retire and all that type of shit.
It's certainly it's designed like shit. There's 24/7 traffic. Like no one can get around in this city. It's so insane. The setup. If you don't know all the back roads, you are so fucked.
Don't get me
Dude,
started
and growing
on
up
that.
here as a fucking metalhead or an emo kid, dude,
Yeah,
it's a lot easier on them now, I think. But you know, we
I
had
mean,
to
back
fight.
in the back in
We
the
had
day,
to
we just.
fight.
I mean, when you were a little kid, me and Josh, we just did it ourselves right here in this park.
Yeah.
We would
You
rent
had
that.
to,
We
though.
would
There
rent
was
that
no
stage
other
right
way.
over there. We did a yearly like festival called Rockstock.
Rockstock, I remember that.
Yeah,
We had the little posters for it and shit.
yeah. Well, I mean, my God.
Need to bring that
we would
back.
do so much work. We would do so much work at Randy's house. Just because that's where Josh would be. So.
Shout out to Terry and Randy. Those people fucking saved my life,
You mean
basically.
they're like little saints. I love those.
Dude,
people,
they are
man.
the best fucking people.
You
that
know,
I've
and what's
ever
funny,
met in
they're
my
so
life.
much cooler than their son. Like I love Josh to death, but he's so lame, dude.
I love Josh.
I
though.
do too. But he's like, you go over to Josh's house. I've been friends with him since fucking
He
like.
just likes to lounge around.
That's
man.
all
likes
he
to
does,
chill,
bro. It's
man.
all he does. You're hanging out
I'm
with
like,
his.
I'm like, where's your fucking drum set at, dude?
Nope.
Play the drums.
Nope. He's got like 900 jobs, dude.
Man, he stays busy, but when
Yeah.
he's at the house, he's chilling. I feel it though. I'm kind of the same way.
No. See, I don't even like
It's like
being
the
home.
contractor's house is always the last one to get worked on.
You should see my house. I've had a hole in my like my bathroom has been a hole to the ground for 3 years.
Yeah.
I took it out, and then
Fuck.
there was like this weird plumbing thing that I can't get to. I need somebody with small appendages
Yeah.
to reach up in there and get it. And I just
Noodly fingers.
yeah. It's literally, and that's literally what's been keeping me from doing it, like fixing it. And I'm just been like, I'll get to it.
Right. That's how it is, man.
I'll get to it.
how
I'll get
it
to it.
is.
I have all the stuff. I have everything at my house.
Yeah.
I got the plywood for the subfloor, the sheetrock, the fucking tile,
Yeah.
everything.
I've got a little saggy spot in my fucking master bathroom I need to fix, and I've just left
Dude,
it
and
alone. I'm
working
like,
on-
it's not getting worse.
And working on
So
mobile
it's like,
homes is a fucking
dude, 'cause they
bitch.
stack everything. They-
Everything's stacked.
Like the flooring runs under the walls and shit.
That's right.
Like
because everything's built
it's just
from
linoleum
a
and
steel
shit.
frame up.
yeah,
Just- yeah, they don't.
they fucking staple the sheetrock.
Everything's
to the
stapled,
walls.
which they're starting to do that in regular homes, and I'm like, this cheap shit.
Yeah,
they're
that's
doing.
bullshit, dude. Use some screws or fucking nails at the very
Nails
least.
at the. I mean,
I don't know. Nailing sheetrock.
That's how they did it
it's
forever,
iffy.
though.
Yeah. They used to use those fucking hatchets to do it too.
yeah, dude, that was like, but sheetrock also wasn't these giant 4x8 panels.
No, it's
12-foot
little bitty
panels, little
fucking
bitty,
deals.
little bitty squares. Yeah.
Man, people used to take more pride in building.
But then they
stuff
would
back in
screed
the
that
day,
whole shit with sheetrock when the walls were
Yeah.
smooth plaster.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
plastered them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's that shit when you go into a fucking old ass house, it's all peeling off and stuff.
Yeah, after 80 years.
Yeah.
This shit lasted
Well,
an eternity.
just from somebody not being there for fucking
That's it.
how it like for a
Dude,
year or
that,
two.
isn't it
like,
fucking creepy how like you can cut down a tree, right, and turn it into wood planks.
Yeah.
The tree was alive, right?
Yeah.
And then you killed it and you turned it into
screaming
your
the
house.
whole time.
More than likely, on like some
You live
weird.
inside of it.
But then you live inside of it, right? But those bones, they never go away. They just stay bones so long as you're there, dude. The second you leave
Yeah.
and no one's in there, that shit just starts.
It's like the house was
tear-
digesting you the whole
Dude,
time.
it's creepy when people leave how fast the home will just disintegrate.
It goes down. Nature takes it back.
It's so wild.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like dude, I get so like juju woo-woo shit about this because I'm like, why the fuck is that?
Yeah,
it's
never
like your
understood
energy
that
keeps
really
its energy, and it's like you're all kind of like...
Just you occupying the space, cleaning it, fucking all that makes a difference.
But I didn't clean the bones.
Yeah.
I fix it when I have a water leak, but I don't go in and like, well, I guess I better fucking look in the walls and clean the studs.
Right.
That's never happening. But the second you leave the studs, everything starts to
you
deteriorate.
Gotta think about it when
it's
nobody's
so wild.
there. Who's gonna fucking let the faucets drip when it's freezing?
Right,
outside?
when it's freezing, shut the water off. There's no...
Yeah.
It's something weird going on. Trees are cool. It's my favorite.
Trees are cool. I got this big fucking English elm in my front yard. It's the only tree in my whole house.
Dude, I have too many trees. It's actually terrifying.
Yeah.
I live in a mobile home. Dude, you fucking in Tornado Alley.
There's
It's
some widow
so
makers.
scary.
There's some widow makers on them limbs, dude.
Dude, the pine tree in my backyard, you have to go like this to see the top of it. And it's like, it's 100 feet from my house. And it's, well, I mean, it's so big. It's like, if it falls, it's cutting my home in half.
Yeah. Yeah, luckily I have a fucking metal roof. That's the only thing that makes me more comfortable about living in a trailer.
Metal roof, yeah.
Having a fucking corrugated metal roof.
Dude, but the sound of a metal roof in a rainstorm.
I have a hard time waking up, dude.
Dude.
I'm like,
ain't nothing better, dude. All day. Just that pitter patter.
It sucks though when you're trying to record and it decides to start raining though, because you just hear.
Like, well, fellas, I'm
used
sorry
that
I got
for
you
my
on.
Sad Boy emo acoustic album. Actually, I was like, let me take advantage of this. Just fades out into rain.
Little tin roof rain.
A little bit of sobbing in the background.
Okay, I'm feeling it. Hit record.
Yeah. No, it's just me by myself. I was like, spacebar.
I'll just cut out all the silence. Let me get in the zen.
Yeah. Man, at that time, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing at all. I was recording. I just had a condenser mic, and I just did the vocals and the acoustic guitar through the condenser mic. Didn't it?
Same. Yeah, my band Lame Johnny started out as literally that. Just my computer in my kitchen, and me and an acoustic guitar. And the first song I ever wrote and put up was done through the laptop microphone.
Right.
You just gotta start,
like,
man.
I was like, man, I got to get a perfect take or nothing.
That's it.
I was like, there ain't no chopping this up.
It's 1953 in this bitch.
I was like, ain't no
shit.
chopping this shit up and redoing just the vocal or
no. Hell no.
I was like, it's gonna be ugly or not. You know what I mean?
I think it's good though.
Yeah.
It's experience. It
Looking
makes you
back
better.
on it, I hate it, but you know what?
Nah, it was good.
fine. I had fun. Fun making it.
It was good because you learned.
Yeah.
You learn how to get
It's
better.
just like, it's like you write certain songs
And it just
that
makes
had
you
an
better.
emotional attachment or whatever, you know what I mean? And then later you're like, well, I don't really feel the same way
I mean, that
I did at that time.
dude, that's like writing songs when you're young.
Yeah.
Your hits. That's why every band hates playing the hits because they were teenagers
like,
when
I'm
they wrote
not
that
angsty
shit.
anymore.
Right. I'm old.
Should always hold on to a little bit of that angst, though.
I have
There's a lot of
electric
shit
bills.
to be pissed about.
Well, when you're a millionaire, things get a little easier.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Being like a rock star musician, it's like you get in this weird spot where writing new music's almost counterproductive because there's no more relation.
Yeah.
You can't really.
They're just keep
It's not the
putting it
same
out to
thing
keep
unless you
getting a
just have
paycheck.
really bad luck. Like some people just have really bad,
Right.
could be wealthy as shit, but like, they're always going through marriages or they fucking got their house burned up in a fire or whatever.
Yeah.
Money can solve those problems, but you still have to deal with it as a person.
Right.
You know.
Well, and the thing is like that I've realized over time is like no matter where you're at in life, like no matter how good you're doing, no matter how much money you got, everybody has their own fucking struggles and their own internal turmoil and
I heard it put well, like the hardest anyone suffered is singular because their hardest day is their hardest day.
Yeah.
And like good for them that they don't know anything harder than that, but it's still hard and like we take hardship
Right.
how we take hardship.
Like, I've met people that it's like they went through their first experience with death in their fucking 20s. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
I'm like, dude, I
was 6.
I was like 8 or 9 when I went through the first experience. It was a family friend, actually, that was living with us at the time. And he was also, like, real bad, like, fucking doing drugs and fucking shit like that.
You had that's crazy. We had a family friend that lived with us who died, too.
He fucking, he hung himself in the living room.
Of your house?
Yeah, and I found him.
You did?
Yes. I was
Logan.
getting ready for school in the morning.
Bro.
Yeah. I got a lot of fucked up shit, man. A lot of fucked up shit. But like I said, I try not to dwell on that stuff too much.
You can't.
Like I said, I use it as like a cautionary
I know
tale
so
type
many
thing, you know.
Dead people that it's like if I dwelled on it, I would be in a fucking home.
The only thing I regret about this is like the night before that, he like came home like really fucked up. You know what I mean? It was like he was upset about something, and it was just like fucking hollering shit. And the last thing, at 8 years old, I was like, shut the fuck up, Lee.
I mean, you were sober and he wasn't.
Yeah,
clearly
I was trying to go to bed.
He was having some different thoughts.
I was trying to go to bed.
Dude, this park is wildly popular. I remember when I was a kid, you could come here and no one would be here.
Man, yeah, that's where we come to smoke weed at.
Yeah, we used to come, dude, we used to come here. All right, this is fun. So we used to come to this park and we would sit. None of this looked like this. Like this was here, but everything else wasn't here when I was young. And you'd go and there was like some park benches up there and you would sit and you would wait for curfew, right? Yeah. And you'd wait for the cops to show up. And then they would come and they would try to run you out. It was like a game.
Yeah, they would tell you to get the fuck out of here.
And then we would run. They would chase us, and when you'd run, there used to be a hole in the fence over here.
Yeah.
And it would go into that neighborhood, and that's where we'd be parked.
Man.
And so you just hop in your car and drive off because they can't get through there. They're in their cop cars. They don't care. I think they were having as much fun as we were. Truly.
Oh, for sure.
No,
they didn't have nothing better to be fucking doing.
Not out here. Not back then. It was.
It's a little different now. It's way more populated out here than it used to be, for sure.
Dude, it is. I mean, when I first moved here, there was 3,000 people here.
Right. There wasn't a whole lot of shit here, you know? It's like, it's grown. Like, Bryant's growing.
It's Linn County, too, just in general, man.
Just, yeah, in general, a lot of people.
I think in the next,
a lot of people that are, like, trying to find property just outside of Little Rock.
That's what it is. Everybody moves to the cities. Dude, I mean, Fayetteville and Little Rock are just exploding.
Yeah.
And then you have
Fayetteville's crazy, man.
Fayetteville's unbelievable. Have you been up there in like twice. The last year?
We went up there. We played 2 shows up there last year.
Where'd y'all play?
At Nomad's Trailside both times.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's a cool spot. We played there too.
Hard. It's hard for us to network out there though.
To like hard to get a crowd.
That's really what I mean. It's like it's because we don't really know as many people out there. So it's like
it just takes like going back and going back.
We know a couple bands out there, you know, and it's like
I have a hard problem with that as well because I don't know a lot of people, and the people I do know, they're my age.
Right.
Yeah. They're not going on no fucking shows no more, you know? It's like I can't be like hey,
I might play one, but
probably not. Not these guys. Yeah, they all moved up there before it exploded and for careers. They're up there for work, not play, you know.
Yeah. Well, and it's a big college town.
They have families.
There's money in Northwest Arkansas, man.
Boy, it's all the money.
Yeah.
It's all
It's
money.
The Waltons out there, dude.
Yeah.
Bentonville, all that shit.
They are just building that
that
whole
museum
scene
out there in Bentonville. It's fucking crazy.
I heard that.
Dude, it's so cool.
I gotta go.
You got to, yeah.
I did see the first Walmart. It's under construction, and I didn't. We went and had tacos. I went and had tacos with some friends. There's a taco joint literally right next door. And
I'm gonna go have some Mexican food tonight. My buddy, he's joining the Air Force, and it's his last day of freedom.
So
Air Force is gonna go have some margs.
Where at?
Probably at Senior Tequila or something.
Okay. The new one?
I don't know which one we're gonna go to. Yeah. Probably somewhere in Little Rock.
I wasn't too impressed with that new one.
The one in Bryant.
It's not.
Yeah, no, we're not going there. I don't trust it. That used to be Pizza Hut, and I'll only ever remember it as Pizza Hut.
Yeah. That Pizza Hut was ass, boy. That's why it's gone.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. But all they did was just move it to those new buildings.
It's delivery only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
the fall, I love it. I love to watch that company fail.
Man,
I worked there in high school. It was
nobody out pizzas the Hut.
Oh yeah, literally everyone out pizzas the Hut.
Yeah, literally everyone. Yeah, Domino's, Papa John's.
Literally everyone. Little Caesars, you name it.
Dude, Little Caesars. Man, but you know, Little Caesars fucks me up. Fucks me up so bad. I love pizza so much though. It's like it's hard to avoid it.
It is a real problem for me.
Yeah, it is.
Like especially working at a pizza place. Did
y'all
eat
like a
Vino's
whole
last
pizza
night?
By myself if I get?
Did y'all even eat last night?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. I had like 2 slices. I try not to eat too much before I go on stage because
you don't want. Yeah, cheese is bad for your vocals.
Well, it's just that like I just have like bowel problems and shit, you know, because like you know, like I had the surgeries as an infant and stuff, And, like, I don't know, it didn't affect me as much as a child, I don't think. But, like, as I gotten older, like, certain things affect my digestion a little more than others.
I think that's just getting older, too.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're having a party.
Oh, God. Nar.
Yeah. I did not think this would be this crazy.
Hey, but you know what? This has been awesome. The weather's super nice, so I kind of get it.
I'll stare back at you. I don't know what the fuck he's looking at. Oh, God, I hate when people stare.
Well, you know, they see us over here with fucking microphones and shit. They don't know what's going on.
That's true. Oh,
like,
dogs
who are
now.
these guys?
Okay, we might have to wrap this up.
Ruh-roh.
It's getting busy. There's like whole families showing up.
Yikes.
Okay, well.
Well, guys, fucking follow us on Instagram and Facebook, Pig Sticker, or on Instagram, pig_sticker.
I'll have you guys back in the new spot.
Yeah.
Winky face.
And
then we can
also go follow my other band, Social Capital, on Instagram as well.
Also check
I believe
out
it's
Tales
social
from the Meat Hook
_capital.
Oh, yeah, the new EP, Tales from the Meat Hook.
Yes, definitely check that out.
Oh, is
It's
that
on
on
Spotify, Apple Music. I think it's on everything.
It's
yeah.
on
I saw it on YouTube as well.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's
It
on
might
YouTube.
not be on SoundCloud because I don't upload
On
through
YouTube
that.
though, it's not. I noticed it wasn't under the whole like EP. Like each track's individual.
My little brother downloaded the CD onto his laptop, and like all the song titles were something different.
That happens sometimes.
I was like, what the
Was it a
fuck?
burn CD?
No, it was like the legitimate CDs that we had
Oh,
mid.
weird.
Yeah, it was like Oh
Might have to-
Jupiter and
might
like
have to
fucking. I was like, I
call
think your
the,
laptop's tripping.
Might have to call the, did you try it on a different computer?
No.
I
But
tried it on another computer.
all the songs were fucking. I mean, all the songs. I mean, we listened to the CD.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
They were all right. but
Okay. Well, sorry that getting
it's
kind
all
of,
good, man. I'm glad we got to
still
do
been a
this today.
pleasure,
This has been
man.
cool.
this park didn't used to be this busy. This was a bad judgment on my call.
Right.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Awesome. Appreciate you guys.
What
Yeah, but that's later.